The invasion of Trentino was a series of military operations undertaken by the Kingdom of Italy against the Austrian Empire during the Third Italian War of Independence of 1866, which was part of the larger Austro-Prussian War. Background: at the outbreak of the Third Italian War of Independence, June 23, 1866, Giuseppe Garibaldi received the order to take up positions with his volunteer force, the Corpo Volontari Italiani, along the front line between Lombardy and the southmost part of the county of Tyrol, which today corresponds to the Italian province of Trentino. Initially, Garibaldi could only muster 4 battalions, but in the end managed to obtain some 38,000 men, which were to face the roughly 15,000 Austrian regulars under General Baron Franz von Kuhn. The Austrians were supported by their fleet on Lake Garda. First actions: Garibaldi's men started the fights on June 21, 1866. After some initial minor clashes, they were, due to the Italian defeat at the Battle of Custoza, ordered to retreat to the southwestern tip of Lake Garda on June 25. As the Austrians chose not pursue, Garibaldi renewed his advance on July 3, but was wounded during an attack on an enemy mountain position. Nonetheless, the advance of the Cacciatori was successful, and on July 12 Storo and Condino were occupied. Contemporarily, actions took place near the Tonale Pass, where 3,000 Austrians had established a defensive line between Vezza d'Aglio and Temu. During the Battle of Vezza d'Aglio, July 4, the Austrians were dislodged from their positions by an attack of the Italian regular Bersaglieri infantry, which suffered heavy losses. On July 2, an Austrian column crossed the Stelvio Pass and captured Bormio and the Mortarolo Pass, but was later defeated by a force from the Italian National Guard. See Operations in Valtellina. Condino. Although apparently feeble, the Austrian moves were part of a larger offensive planned by Kuhn, which aimed to outflank Garibaldi's positions from Lardero and Bezzecca. On July 16, an Austrian column ousted the Italians from Cimego. 3 columns were now encircling the Italians at Condino, but Garibaldi took advantage of his numerical superiority and of the strength of his defensive position and was able to defeat the attack on July 16, which forced the Austrians to retreat to their starting positions. In the following days, the Italians marched northwards until, on July 20, they occupied Bezzecca. As the Austrians had suffered a decisive defeat at the Battle of Sadowa, Kuhn had only a few days left before part of his troops would be sent to augment the defense of Vienna. Profiting from the situation, the Italians began to advance on the southern front too, when a division under Giacomo Medici was sent from Padua to fight its way to the city of Trento. Battle of Bezzecca. On July 21, 2 Austrian columns clashed with the Hunters of the Alps at the Battle of Bezzecca. After some initial Austrian successes, Garibaldi's counterattacks finally forced them to retreat from Bezzecca as well as from Cimego and Condino. The Italian commander had now opened the road to Trento, while Medici had successfully swept the Austrian troops from the Valsugana, reaching Civizzano, not far from Trento, on July 25. Kuhn was preparing to be besieged in Trento and had received orders to concentrate on the defense of South Tyrol in the case further defeats. On July 25 and 26, the Italians attacked near Riva del Garda, but were defeated. However, a truce signed on July 24 ended all operations. On August 9, the Italian troops received the order to leave Trentino, as a treaty of peace between Italy and Austria was forthcoming. Garibaldi, from the square of Bezzecca, replied with his famous "Obelisco, I shall obey." Hostilities finally ceased with the Armistice of Cormans, August 12, 1866. References: